Forget super geniuses. Have you ever met a super idiot? I worked at this mid-sized tech company doing basic support stuff. There was this one guy on our floor named Brandon who thought he was Steve Jobs reincarnated or something. He'd walk around with his laptop open, talking loudly about market disruption and synergy. Dude was the same level as me, but acted like he owned the building. Brandon would literally crash meetings he wasn't invited to. He'd open the conference room door, walk in, and start giving his opinion on stuff he knew nothing about. One time he interrupted our senior developer explaining a database issue to tell him he was doing it wrong. The developer just stared at him like he'd grown a second head. His favorite thing to say was, "You'll all be working for me someday." He said it so much it became a joke. People would mockingly say it to each other in the break room. Then our boss Rachel got promoted to regional manager. The team lead position opened up. Brandon lost his mind with excitement. He was telling everyone he had it in the bag, that it was his destiny, that the company would be stupid not to pick him. He applied. Didn't even get an interview. I found out later from someone in HR that his application was insane. Instead of listing qualifications, he wrote stuff like, "I deserve this position more than anyone," and "You'd be making a huge mistake not choosing me." It read like an angry Facebook post. They gave the job to Nina, this woman who'd been there 3 years and actually knew what she was doing. Everyone was happy except Brandon. That's when things got weird. Brandon filed an official discrimination complaint, said Rachel had sabotaged his career, that she'd blocked him unfairly, that there was a conspiracy against him. HR had to take it seriously and open an investigation. Here's where Brandon went from annoying to genuinely stupid. To prove his case, he started making fake emails. He created entire fake conversations showing Rachel saying terrible things about him. Stuff like, "Don't let Brandon advance, he's not smart enough," and "I'll make sure he never gets promoted." But this idiot used his personal Gmail account to make them. He didn't even try to fake the email headers or use any kind of spoofing tool. He literally wrote them in Google Docs, took screenshots, and pasted them into a Word document. When HR investigated, they checked the company email servers. Those conversations didn't exist. They'd never happened. Then IT looked at the screenshots Brandon submitted and saw metadata showing he'd created them himself 2 days earlier. They fired him immediately for fraud and trying to manipulate an internal investigation. Most people would disappear after that. Learn their lesson. Move on quietly. Not Brandon. A week later, he filed a lawsuit against the company for wrongful termination. His legal filing included the same fake email screenshots as evidence, but he made one final brain-dead mistake. At the top of one page, you could see the document file name. It said fake evidence final.docx. I'm not joking. He submitted fake evidence with a file literally called fake evidence. The company's lawyer brought it up in court. The judge dismissed the case in like 15 minutes. The court notes actually said something like, "The plaintiff demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding of how email systems work." Brandon tried to appeal. It got rejected in 2 days. But the absolute best part? He posted this long rant on LinkedIn about the whole thing. Talked about how he was a victim of corporate corruption, how the system was rigged, how they fired him for being too smart and threatening the status quo. He tagged the company and named Rachel directly. It went viral, but not how he wanted. People in the comments were roasting him. Someone found the court documents and posted them. Another person found his fake emails and did a whole thread breaking down how obviously fake they were. His LinkedIn post got thousands of views, and he probably thought he was finally getting the attention he deserved. Instead, it became a warning story. I saw it shared in like 5 different professional groups with captions like, "Don't be this guy."